acquired my real estate appraiser's license, how I became a appraiser. So when I was in high school, I was looking up different careers, real estate careers. And in high school, I wanted to see about getting a job, but I didn't necessarily want it commission based. So I ran across real estate appraising, read the requirements to get into it. And when I saw the initial requirements after you take your schooling, you had to get 2,000 hours. And I said to myself, 2,000 hours? I'm not going to work for free. So, because a full-time job, and you had a full-time job from January to December, full-time, 5 working days, that's 2,008 hours. And I got to work 2,000 hours for free. I'm like, child, I'm going to do something else. So, at any rate, a couple years went by. I was doing babysitting, serving papers, working here and there. Worked at Grady, one of the big hospitals here that was nothing but a bunch of goofing off. It was all my high school friends. We worked up there. So I went through a lot of little businesses. Had a little corporate positions here and there. And then, so I graduated in 95. Went to college a little bit, off and on. And then in 2003, I got pregnant with my daughter. And my father was like, why don't you get into real estate? And he was already in real estate. That's another video for another time. A whole nother story. So I was like, okay, I get into real estate. And so, you know, I'm pregnant, sitting at home, had my other son, and I took my real estate course online. Of course, it took me 6 months, almost a year. I think I had to pay for it again to finally do it. But once I got through it, I took the cram course. Didn't pass it the first time, passed it the second time. I'll go in detail another time about that. But so I'm in real estate. I got my real estate license, girl, to sell. So out the gate, I had a couple of closings. My stepmom, which is my dad's wife, wanted to buy a house, so she bought new construction. So I probably was under contract within a couple of months. At that time, on a big closing for real estate. And then I turned around and I made a little flyer with my face on it. My stepmom did my makeup, put on a white shirt, and got up against one of her walls and went and got the flyer, laminated it. I put 2 EDs on it, didn't I? Well, went and got the flyer laminated. And then I went and got some tires from this place called Bailey's in Atlanta. And I asked them, could I stick it up on the wall? So I stuck it up there, and the same day, like, a client called me. Her name was Vanessa. And I forget her husband's name right off, probably John, you know, the usual names. But they called me right off, and I helped them buy their house. So, but I didn't like that volatile up and down, like, oh, girl, here $3,000 coming. And then all of a sudden, something go wrong, $3,000 don't come, $6,000 don't come, $9,000 don't come. I had a pipeline of 20 grand back in the day, and it didn't come. And 20 grand looked different then. What I didn't understand about sales, though, is you have to have a continual amount of leads, a continual amount of sales and prospects, and you have to prospect every day. So that grind mentality in that way was something I just did not care for. And within a year, I was off to appraisal school. So a year after I had my baby girl, I went to appraisal school in the perimeter area with this guy. And I loved his business model, something that I always liked, that kind of multiple streams of income. But, you know, they say you focus on one thing and do it excellent, you can be great in that too. So whatever works for you. But he had a real estate school. He had an appraisal school. He had a loan mortgage office school, and he had an insurance school. Funny enough, he sent me his resume almost 2 decades later, but we're gonna talk about that later. So I went to his class. You know, I'm a people watcher, not a people person. It's a difference. So I got this degree in studying people, just watching people. So I'm in the back of the class, the middle part of the class, can't remember. And I run into a couple of people that later became appraisers too. So I got my appraiser's license, and I think it's 75 hours. And then you have to do 15 hours of USPAP or 14 hours of USPAP. And then you pass the test with, at that time, you had to pass the test with the class. So when you first got into it, you only took the class at the real estate school or the real estate appraisal school. You pass that class, and you fill out an application with the board, and you become a registered appraiser or trainee appraiser. So I'm a registered trainee appraiser, and I got all these guys and different people coming to me. Yeah, I'll mentor you, I'll train you. So at that time I had to start working on these 2,000 hours. I was like, why do you want to mentor me and train me? You don't even know me. I'm supposed to be looking for people, asking them. They're not supposed to be looking for me. That don't sound right. So this was in 2005 at the hype, the boom of the real estate market. Shucking and jiving, moving. Prices of houses going up in the areas they shouldn't be going up. And I'm like, wow. So I actually get my appraisal license. When I get my appraisal license, honey, really, I'm scared straight. Now I'm like, this don't look right. Why these prices of these houses keep going up and up and up and up? Who got this kind of money? Everybody don't sell dope. Everybody ain't basketball player, rappers. What's going on? A lot of flipping. A lot of people still asking me to train me. So I had a couple of mentors, went through quite a few mentors. And at the same time, I'm studying, I'm reading, I'm paying attention. I'm trying to pull comps on my own. I'm going with my mentors here and there, learning as much as I can, but I'm not really making no money at this time. And one of my homegirls, or classmates, I should say. She from Atlanta, but I met her at that time, so we don't really go way back. She was a appraiser. She went home straight through, got all the licenses, and when she was in class, she was the kind of person that had a little pencil in the ear, the little bookworm, paying attention to everything, taking notes. So she's told me about this place I need to come to where they making all this money in real estate. So I go over there with her. She making money. She got an apartment downtown in a gated community with a garage. No, that's across the street, sorry. So she across the street in the high rise with a doorman. So this even better. That's where I want to stay, across the street from her. But you know, I ain't had that kind of money. So she in a high rise, and you know, she parked a car in the parking deck. Got a doorman come in the house. She got a nice little condo, doing it. Had her little Acura, you know. She doing it, you know. I think I had me an Impala or a Jetta. But she doing good. She doing appraiser. She even taking me with her. And she showing me the ropes. At the same time, like, oh, this is 2005. We doing houses over on McDaniel Street. And what's that street? It's a street that go from Jonesboro Road to where the federal penitentiary at. She doing these houses for $300,000 and above. Whether it be drive-by the full appraisal. And I'm like, these houses too high. What's going on with these? This ain't make no sense. So I'm talking about, I'm spooked. I don't want to do these appraisals. So they making money 2005, 2007. They making good money. And somewhere in 2008, 2010, I don't really have the numbers down pat. The bottom fall out. So when the bottom fall out, by this time I'm getting a little well versed on what I'm doing. I meet a young lady on the forum. I don't know, I guess by my comment she knew I was a black girl. And she's like, "Are you black?" It's like, "Yes, are you?" Because appraiser woman and black for the most part is like kind of like that black unicorn thing, right? So we link up. She helped me get the rest of my hours. Her husband was an appraiser. She was training under him. She was very disciplined, organized. She her major was an English teacher by trade. So they were making, you know, a nice living. They had a house in the 30311 Peyton Forest area. That's one of those kind of upper echelon areas for, you know, us people of color back in those days, where the professors and the teachers and the doctors stayed off Benjamin E. Mays and Cascade Peyton Road area. So that's where they were staying. So they were making big numbers back. So I was like, you know, what was it, Oprah or Gail? Just, you know, hang around money and money rub off. So well, anyway, she, you know, I would say she would probably be the person that gave me the most information, the most accurate information, that helped me the most. She helped me get my hours. She trained me. She showed me how to write a report. She showed me how to become certified appraiser, because at that time I think I had became licensed, I think I became licensed, and she showed me how to get certified, or maybe I was already certified, but she showed me how to get my paperwork to become FHA approved. That was a different level of appraising. Get paid more money, do more work, but you get paid more money. She showed me the ropes, and I don't think it is nothing I can do for her that, you know, would repay her for her time and her energy that she invested in me, and I am forever appreciative for that. So at this time, she helped me, you know, get going. So I guess this is like 2007. Got it in 2005. Had everything by October 2017. Oh, you gotta forgive me. I switch up numbers by 10. I don't know what that is. Maybe you can help me. So I got my real estate license 2004. Appraiser's license in 2007. And then October 2007, I got certified residential, and I believe I was FHA approved. So the next year, the bottom fell out, or the year after. When the bottom fell out, they started looking for people. So I remember distinctly the same homegirl, or the same girl that was in my class, the kind of bookworm girl, getting it and making the money. I remember a conversation where basically people tapped on her door saying, what's up, you know, you did this appraisal in this area and some ain't shacking and driving, you know, some ain't right by this thing. What's going on? And I think she let her license lapse or something like that to kind of like slide out of it. And the guy that was helping me, mentoring me at that time that he was mentoring her, you know, word on the street is police came and picked him up. And he ended up going to jail, losing his license because he was using some other girl's signature. You know, they weren't from the same race or the same gender. So he was basically placing her name on all the appraisals. And I seen her name. And I said to myself, like, her name is like, it's an actor. His name starts with a J. It's one of those names that could be a man or a woman. So I thought the name we called him maybe his first name or his middle name, and then his other name was J such and such. You know, I don't know. But I remember seeing the name. So if he went to jail, he did it. Because I seen the name. And he had a nice house. He was over there in that like North Harrison area with a lake, and you know, they were doing good. Anyway, I'm sitting around here making, you know, regular money. You know, I'm not, you know, on the brink of, you know, not eating or sucking grits from a straw, but I just didn't have it like that. But I do all right, you know. You know, the little real estate I was doing here and there, the little appraisal that I managed to get through without, you know, almost stroking out because I didn't think I know what I was doing. So, once the bottom fell out, there wasn't really nobody left. Market would crash and everybody was going to get jobs. At that time, I think I had a job too. But I had a job before the market crashed, and I think when the market crashed, I stopped working. Because all of a sudden then, all the things that I was studying, all the information that I gathered, all the people that I came across, and all the marketing that I had put in place, my business actually went up from a result of the real estate market going down. And how I knew I had quote unquote made it. Fast forward a year or two. So we in October 2007. So basically in 2008, how I knew I made it. I think in 2010, I cleared $12,000 a month that December. I'm like, okay. And I was doing appraisals, I was doing REOs, and I was doing rentals and management. So that's essentially how I became an appraiser. I'm going to put another video on the exact steps on how to become an appraiser, but that's how I became an appraiser. Until next time.